How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a leak that claims to know the release date of Terry Bogard, as well as the 5th and final DLC character on the First Fighter's Pass. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this leak claims to have credible information about when Terry Bogard is going to be releasing, as well as information on the 5th DLC fighter, that does not mean that this leak is going to end up being 100% real, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description right down below, and now with all of that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this leak came from. So guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my social media presences, such as my Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, this leak comes from 4chan, so let's just go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? So guys, like I said, this leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass DLC Details, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying Terry Bogard, November 6th of 2019. Then Fighter 5, Phoenix Wright from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. So now that we've gone over the entire post, yes, I do understand it's short, let's talk about it a little bit. So guys, the first thing that I want to go ahead and say is that a lot of people seem to really like and for some reason trust leaks like this. Now, there are a lot of leaks that we have seen which really go in depth trying to explain like how they have all this credibility, why we should believe them, and everything else like that. So it is nice to see a leak that just says, this is the information, do with it what you will. Now, one of the interesting things that I want to talk about this leak, I mean, there's really two interesting things on this leak total, but the first thing I want to talk about is Terry Bogard apparently being released on November 6th. Now, for some reason, lots of people believe that Terry Bogard is going to end up coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on November 6th. Now, I'm not exactly sure how or why this all started, but for some reason, November 6th is like the day that a lot of people think that this character is going to come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I decided to do some research online, and I really didn't see that much stuff that, like, backed up anything regarding Terry Bogard, like, on November 6th. Like, I didn't see anything that said that Terry Bogard's, like the Fatal Fury anniversary is on November 6th, or anything else like that. So, just keep that in mind, guys. There's really no, like, credibility behind the November 6th release date, so it is just a date that a lot of people think he's going to arrive. Now, if this does end up happening and we do see a release of Terry Bogard on November 6th, that means that the amiibo theory is officially dead. Now, if you guys don't know what the amiibo theory is, basically it states that after we get a new wave of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate amiibo, 4 or 5 days later, we should see the release of a brand new character in Smash. So far, this happened with Joker, as we saw the release of the Ken, Young Link, and Daisy amiibo, and then 5 days later we got Joker. Then it happened again with the Hero in July, where we saw the release of the Pichu, Isabelle, and Pokemon Trainer amiibo, and then we also got the Hero in Smash Ultimate 4 days later, so a lot of people believe that this amiibo theory was real. Now recently, in the last September Nintendo Direct, which happened on September 4th, we saw the release of Banjo-Kazooie that same day, which meant that the amiibo theory was effectively dead, as the amiibo did not release until September 20th of 2019. Obviously, those amiibo were Snake, Ivysaur, and Squirtle, so a lot of people don't really believe in the amiibo theory anymore, and honestly, I don't really either. Now, however, there are a few people who still do, so if we take a look at the next line of amiibo, which are Simon Belmont, Chrom, and Incineroar, we know that these three amiibo are releasing on November 15th, which means that we should see the release of Terry Bogard, if the amiibo theory is correct, around November 20th or the 21st. Now, once again, guys, the amiibo theory, in my opinion, is basically dead, but I thought as though I should share it just because I know a lot of people out there really do still believe in this theory, even though, I mean, it's hard to argue that this is still alive, considering that the Snake, Ivysaur, and Squirtle amiibo basically deconfirmed it. So then, after going through all of that information, I decided to go ahead and take another look to see what kind of other dates people were thinking that Terry Bogard could release, and I found a website called Player.one, which says that Terry Bogard is probably going to release on November 4th. Now, I have personally never heard of this website before. It's not like Best Buy where they release Joker's render early or anything else like that. This is probably just a fan-made website, so don't take anything too seriously here yet, guys. Like, just wait until the official announcement, but a lot of people believe November 6th, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, it is on a Wednesday, which is when Joker and Hero, like, right around the time they did, so it's entirely possible it could happen then. So now let's go ahead and talk about the potential 5th DLC fighter being Phoenix Wright. So to help me do that, I found a post on Smashboards which is titled, "Take That! Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Smashes the Prosecution," and it is posted by a user named Wyoming. It starts by saying, Phoenix who? Phoenix Wright is the main character of the Ace Attorney series, a series of visual novel games by Capcom which combine courtroom drama with crime scene investigation, and lots of massive hams. Prime example, it cuts straight to the relevant time, so you avoid spoilers. So we're not going to go over everything about Phoenix Wright's background, so if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at it, I'll leave a link to all of this in the description. Phoenix has also developed an excellent repertoire of appearances in other game series. Famously appearing in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the spiky-haired lawyer had his own crossover with Professor Layton, as well as playable appearances in Project X Zone 2, Puzzle Fighter, and briefly in Monster Hunter Explorer. The series is available on Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Wii as a WiiWare title, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Steam, Android, and iPhone. Please note that not all the games are available on every system, however, the trilogy is. Of course, we can't forget what the Ace Attorney series is possibly most well known for, but hopefully by the time I finish giving testimony, you won't have to make any of these. So obviously, it's the objection meme that everybody knows about. So now let's go ahead and talk about what he could possibly do in a fighting game. What's a lawyer gonna do in a fighting game? Poke people's eyes out? You'd be surprised. Phoenix already has 2 fighting game appearances under his belt, in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Project X Zone 2. Here's a video of what Nick has done in the company of superheroes and villains alike, so obviously guys, once again, if you want to watch that video, I will leave a link to this post in the description. Having previous experience in a fighting game could be considered a plus for Nick's chances of being called to the Smash bar. It shows that despite not coming from a game with much in the way of action, the Ace Attorney series still offers plenty of material from which a Smash moveset could be derived. There's also always the option of letting him give people a boot to the head. Notable moveset ideas have been discussed in this thread as well, including Sonsa's concept video and Brawl Fan's concept video. We're still looking for witnesses to give evidence on potential Smash movesets. Let me know if you want to submit your testimony. The next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is Phoenix is a Capcom character and we already have 3 of those. They won't add another surely. Perhaps, but perhaps not. Ultimately, it probably comes down to whether or not Sakurai feels the character will bring something unique to the table, and as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom has shown, the Ace Attorney games give plenty to work with, and the series' goofy, hammy style would fit perfectly into the existing Smash cast. So maybe the odds aren't all that great, but Phoenix has pulled off bigger turnabouts before. I'm still not convinced. Any evidence of the musical variety? Then they obviously post some music, and then amazing. You really have turned this case about. No objections here, and with that, the defense rests its case, Your Honor. Case closed. So now that we've gone over all this evidence, let me go ahead and give my own personal thoughts on Phoenix Wright, and then we can decide if this leak is real or not. So in terms of Phoenix Wright, guys, this is a character that a lot of people actually want. Now, if you guys watched the fan ballot video that I posted last week, if you guys haven't yet, I highly recommend you do. Phoenix Wright was actually the 2nd most voted character on the entire list. Out of the 100 characters that were on this list, Phoenix Wright actually managed to come 2nd, so it seems like there is a lot of support for this character. Once again, guys, Nintendo and Capcom are on great terms, and if they did want to add Phoenix Wright to the game, he has plenty of moveset potential to work with, and I would be super happy to see him join the game. However, guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that this league is real? Honestly, guys, probably not, but if Terry Bogard does come out on November 6th, then hey, it might be, and then I know a lot of you Phoenix Wright fans are definitely going to be very happy. So with that being said, it is just kinda possible as of now. However, guys, let me know your thoughts about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.